Hey, note investors, this is Scott Carson, and I've got another note deal for you to take a look at. This one is a performing note on a nice property in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Now, this photo that shows here, yes, it's the yellow siding home. If you look at it, it's obviously got some definitely pride in ownership. The landscape and paint job looks pretty good, but this photo is a few years old from 2011, back to when this is actually taken just after the current borrower moved into the property. Now, this is actually a performing note, a 30-year mortgage. And so what we did, try to find a more current photo, and here's one from 2 years ago during the winter. So you can still see in good shape. It's hard to see any, obviously, landscaping with the snow, but it's still in good shape. And a nice looking property on a decent street there in Grand Rapids, Michigan, very similar to the rest of the neighborhood. So what is the deal with this one? This is a note, one of 16 notes that one of our students is looking to sell. This is a 30-year mortgage note where the property has a fair market value of currently of $265,000 plus, probably closer to 290, but we're being conservative. They only owe roughly about 33% LTV of owing 90,130 is the current unpaid principal balance. Their monthly P&I payment, principal and interest payment, is 584.64 per month. Their interest rate on this mortgage is at 5.13%. They're currently 103 payments remaining. As we mentioned earlier, it was originated back in June of 2004. It is handled through a third-party servicing company. I believe it's with Allied Servicing Company. But it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, maybe a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. We do believe it's got a finished-out basement as well. But above ground, it's 1,466 square feet and was built in 1927. Now, our investor is looking for somewhere in the 65 to 80% range. If you were to buy, just say $60,000 or $70,000, you would see roughly about a 10% cash and cash return. We do understand that with it being at an interest rate of 5.13, might have to be down that 65% range, but it is also, you're at a phenomenal LTV of roughly 30%. So once again, this is one of 16 notes that our student has. If you'd like to get the full tape or like to make some offers, you can do so by reaching out to me at scott@weclosenotes.com. That's scott@weclosenotes.com. That's my direct email. We're looking for direct buyers only, no joker brokers, no brokers. This is really an ideal deal for a self-directed IRA deal, somebody who's looking for passive returns and look to getting a double-digit return. Like I said, 65 to 80% of UPB. Special consideration will be given to those that can close quickly. Like I said, we're getting some offers in on these 16, and we wanted to highlight this one deal for those of you out there with a little bit more. So this is one of the ones with probably the highest UPB of the 16. If you want to look at the entire tape, you can do so by shooting me an email, and I'll shoot you a non-disclosure agreement required. Like I said, no joker brokers. We want direct buyers on this, as my student is looking to raise capital for another investment opportunity. If you have questions, you can always book a phone call by going to my direct calendar link at talkwithscottcarson.com. That's talkwithscottcarson.com. Or shoot me a message or text, and we can jump on a call and help answer your questions and get that tape over to you. Once again, guys, thank you so much. Go check it out. Like I said, if you want to make an offer, get the full tape information, email me directly at scott@weclosenotes, and we'll go out, and hopefully we'll see you at the top. Bye, everybody. Hey, real estate investors. So you want to dive into the world of note investing, but don't currently have the funds to sign up for an expensive class or a workshop or one-on-one coaching. Well, then you definitely want to check out the biggest bang for your buck in the note world, and that's our WCN membership. It get you an all-you-can-learn access to our class workshop replays, tapes, weekly coaching calls. For $97 a month, it's the biggest bang of the note industry because you get access weekly with me. You can book one-on-one phone calls with me. As we get different tapes in, we'll share them with our members after our one-on-one coaching students get access to us. We share a variety of tools, like I said, replays to the previous workshop, special discount codes to other events that you can take advantage of to help you get more bang out of your dollar every month. We've been investing in notes for over 20 years, and one of my biggest passions is helping note investors, big and small, get started buying notes. Yes, I got started years ago with no money, no savings, and no list. And I love helping people close on their first deal, get their first private funding partner to help them fund more deals and help them both make above average returns. If you're looking for somebody to help you take your note investing from 0 to 60 and want to get started, my WCN membership is a great place to get started. Like I said, we upload lists to it, video training, coaching calls for $97 a month. what can go wrong? The only thing we ask is you hang around for 6 months, and then if you don't like it, you can cancel. But check it out at noteumbrella.com. That's noteumbrella.com. That's our WCN membership. Get looking at assets today. Start putting your fingers on the trigger to pull the trigger on some note deals here before too long. Yes, anybody can buy notes. I don't care your age, your savings, what race, color, whatever it is. Note investing is all about what action you take, and the first action you should take is signing up for our monthly membership at $97 a month. That's noteumbrella.com. You can also access it by going to weclosenotes.com and checking on the monthly membership. But we are here to help you. Scott Carson, the Note Guy. We look forward to seeing you at the top. Hey, real estate investors, this is Scott Carson. I'm known across the country as the Note Guy. For the past 20 years, I've been buying distressed assets, primarily non-performing notes on residential and commercial properties. And if you've ever wanted to learn how to dive in to start buying non-performing notes from banks, hedge funds, or other investors like yourself, then there's no greater place than to get the nuts and bolts, the A to Z, the 1 through 99 place to get started. It is our virtual note buying workshop. We've been teaching this class since 2010 on how to find, fund, flip non-performing notes, how to get banks to call you with deals that you can cherry pick. And no, you don't need millions. No, you don't need a lot of experience to start looking at non-performing notes. We get the lists of notes from banks, hedge funds on a regular basis, not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, but hundreds of deals that we can evaluate and cherry pick. Whether we're looking for performing notes or non-performing notes that we can get reperforming, or non-performing notes you can foreclose and take back, whatever your niche or whatever you would like to focus on, we can help make it happen at the virtual note buying workshop. It's a 3-day class. Our next one is April 18th to the 20th. It's actually online live via Zoom. You get signed up by going to notebuyingfordummies.com. That's notebuyingfordummies.com. Day 1 is all about how to find these assets. How do you find asset managers? How do you find lists of people to reach out to that you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on postcards or letters that you waste money on? We don't do that. Day 2 is all about raising capital and marketing and how to create a business that feeds itself, that you can do part-time, 10 hours a week, 5 hours a week, depending on what your focus is. We'll show you a game plan to achieve deal flow coming in on autopilot versus you having to send a ton of money. And also, we'll show you how to raise capital like nobody else does. And then day 3 is all about the flip. How do we structure deals? How do we evaluate a tape to find the deals from the duds? All right. We'll show you what vendors to use. We'll give you a 200+ page manual, contracts, sample forms, all the stuff that you need to be a lean, mean note buying machine when you get wrapped up. Now, yes, this is live April 18th through the 20th online via Zoom. Get signed up today. We'll send you the replays of the previous online workshop so you can start learning, start evaluating material, and get rock and rolling. And if for some reason you don't like our class, we have a 100% money back guarantee involved with it. If at the end of the first day you don't like what we talk about, you don't think it's impactful, just let me know. We'll refund back your tuition, no questions asked. We don't want your money. We want you to become a note buyer. We want you to become a lien lord, all right? Like I said, if you're tired of dealing with toilet tints and trash outs, you don't want to deal with renters, then becoming a note investor is the path for you. Everybody evolves into a note investor at some point, but there are plenty of opportunities out there. There are millions of non-performing notes that you can cherry pick. No, it's not all junk. It can be small value all the way up to $1 million homes or $1 million apartments for you. So much opportunity is taking place right now in the chaotic market that we see. And who's going to come out on top? Note investors will. So take the time, get signed up today, April 18th to 20th. Go to notebuyingfordummies.com or go to our website, weclosenotes.com, and sign up for the virtual workshop there. As always, get signed up today. We run discounts all the time. The cost of tuition is you plus your partner or spouse. So get signed up today at notebuyingfordummies.com, and we'll see you at the top.